night before Christmine, and all through the land, not a creature was stirring, except for one man, a man known by many and hated by most, a brute whose name could scare even a ghost. Lonely he sits in his mountain-top spire, dressed in a robe of such dreary attire, hissing and moaning and grising and groaning, he lie awake scheming of Christmine's eve moaning. All the gifties and goodies wrapped up with care, the smell of sweet smellows swirling in air, the lights in the trees he watched with a stare. None of this for me? Why, that's not even fair. A think turned to thunk, and a thunk turned to scheme. A scheme more evil than a nightmarish dream. I'll snitch and I'll snatch during disease that they catch. I'll leave no present, not even thick thatch. His plan was warming like heat from a match. Soon, very soon, would his evil plan hatch. 12 after 1, Newt's journey began, with a walk down to town, magic wand in hand. He crept and he snuck, and with a slight bit of luck, he entered the village, with his plan and his ruck. He tricked and he traxed, and entered each house, making no noise at all, staying quiet as a mouse. He grabbed the first box and tore off the tag. He then threw the present right into his bag. He went house to house like a field-grazing stag, and couldn't wait to get back to his high mountain crag. 1 became 2, and 2 became 3. Before he knew it, he was done with his deed. With the presents in the past, he now grasped in hand the wand for the finale he knew would be grand. With a left click and right click, he set the positions. He giggled and goggled as plan came to fruition. With a single replace and a smirk on his face, he took all the color right out of this place. The quaint became query, and the lights became dreary. With the dull town this eerie, their eyes will surely be teary. He kicked up his heels and hiked up the hills. What a great night, such fun, many thrills. Once at the top, he looked down with delight, for he thought he had won his battle this night. But just as the sun began to peak, he heard singy sounds more joyous than shriek. To his disbelief, as he looked and he peeped, the people were singing, though their presents had been reaped. He trotted down the hill with the utmost of ease, screaming and cursing with a cough and a wheeze. How can you be happy while there's nothing to be had? Why can't you see that this is sadder than sad? Oh, silly Newt, said a boy from the rafters, 'tis the season for fun, music and laughter. As Newt stood there weary with a full look of dread, the young boy threw a snowball right towards his head. The snowball flew straight and was thrown with a scoff, but no one expected it to take Newt's head off. The laughter had stopped as the people stood vexed, because no one believed what happened next. The head bounced and bumbled and soon came to lay by the feet of our culprit, our friend RGA? Is it something we did, or something we say? Why, oh why did you troll us today? Feeling ashamed and wanting the yelling to stop, he brought up the console and issued D-Op. The singing turned to sadness, and the music turned madness. Without special powers, who can fix all this badness? Just as the last sign of hope seemed to be lost, a strangely odd glow came out of the frost. What could this mean? Who could this be? Is this someone else coming to scold me? The figure grew nearer, and the clear became clearer. It was Newt PvP, and he couldn't be dearer. He brought up the logs and ran a command that undid all the damage RGA did to the land. The lights began shining, and there was no more whining. It turns out that Newt was our silver lining. Now let this lesson be learned, and you'd best learn it well. Be nice to everyone, and all will be swell.